Joining me now, Trump 2020 Senior Campaign Advisor, Lara Trump. Lara, it's great to see you.
Thank you. Great to be with you, too. Thanks so much.
So, Lara, you have to ask, why would Biden pick Kamala Harris as his VP? Kamala Harris has a lot of explaining to do when it comes to her feelings about Biden. If you remember, on the debate stage during the primary, she basically accused him of being a racist. Also, back in April, she said that she believed the alleged Me Too victims of Biden's. So does she still have those same feelings? Like I said, she has a lot of answering to do.
Yeah, it's a great question for Kamala Harris. Look, I think the problem that Joe Biden has is he did exactly what the Democrats love to do. He's pandering for votes. It's identity politics. We know they love to do that. So from the very beginning, Joe Biden said, I'm going to pick a woman as my running mate, and I'm going to probably pick a woman of color as my running mate, thinking, I guess, that women in this country are dumb enough to think that that is a reason to choose anyone. In fact, let's talk about choosing people based on their qualifications. That's, generally speaking, a better rule of thumb. So he boxed himself in and really didn't leave himself with that many options. And at the end of the day, if it's possible, he chose someone that is maybe even less exciting than he himself is to people. Because if you remember, Kamala Harris did not do well in the Democrat primaries. She left in December, even before Marianne Williamson left. She stayed an extra month after Kamala Harris got out. She left before the people of her own state of California could even cast a vote for her because she was polling so low in that state. So here they are. The good news is they are great together because they are both taken over and fully controlled by the very far left radical socialist wing of the Democrat Party. So they're two peas in a pod, and really the completion of the radical wing of the party taking over has happened now, and here's the full ticket.
Yeah, it's so insulting to think that people would support Biden for his VP picks solely because she's a woman and a minority. And as a minority woman myself, I find that insulting. That's not why I would vote for somebody. It's really crazy the way that they think. But we know Biden's kind of an empty suit, and there is a lot of concern about Harris and the role that she would play as VP. My question is, what do the Black Lives Matter folks really think of her? Because if you think of her background and her history in California, she was kind of like a top cop there, and she had a hand in mass incarcerations. So are they going to forgive her for that?
Well, that's a great question. And again, it goes to it begs the question, why did Joe Biden choose Kamala Harris? And look, she did. She was had a very poor record, actually, as a prosecutor, and she locked up the wrong people. At the end of the day, she locked up people for violations on very minor marijuana crimes, and then went on to laugh about it, if you remember, with Charlemagne on a show, and was a very big deal because she locked a lot of people up for that. But then she let rapists and murderers essentially off without a second thought about it, because I guess it went to benefit her. And now she's totally flipped the script. And now maybe she's for defund the police. We should get her full take on that. But I think the message that she sent is that she will essentially do anything and say anything that the people who are controlling the party now, the Democrat Party, which really has become more of a socialist party, want her to say and do. And so now it doesn't really matter what they ask of her. She's very clearly shown that, to your point, she will be happy to support a man who she called racist. She will be happy to support a man who she said believes, she believes the victims of these sexual harassment allegations against him, because I guess what she ultimately wants is to get power and to get her position. We know that she is like the political living will for Joe Biden, because he's told us himself he's too feeble to even make it for 2 terms in office should he happen to win. He's only going for 1 term, and then I guess he will christen her in as the new socialist leader of the party.
Yeah, and she truly is power hungry, because that's why she's shifting so much on the things that she, quote, believes in. What really is surprising to me is like the media fawning all over her again. They're just so excited. They're breathlessly reporting on her skin color and minority woman, and they're just so excited about it. And that's great. But will voters be that excited about it? I mean, think back, the Democratic primary voters weren't that excited about her in the first place during the campaign. So if she wasn't doing well in the polls then and wasn't generating excitement then, why would she generate excitement now? And what really bothered me was when she dropped out of the race, she blamed Democratic voters, if you will, for being misogynist and racist for not supporting her.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.